everybody, welcome back to Paperboy. It's Fridays with Tygh, and today I'm going to be talking about being seen as cis and passing privileges. Now, what does this all mean? Well, first of all, being cis is when somebody's gender identity is consistent with the sex that they were assigned at birth. So, passing in the transgender community means that you are perceived by others as the gender that you identify with. It also allows you to live stealth if that's what you want to do. Not all people want to live stealth. But let me speak for myself and say that I believe that privilege is primarily inherited. Now, what I mean by that is that the privilege most people experience is due to their skin color and their gender. Now, I do pass as male, so the biggest privilege that I have been able to use or experience is using the men's locker room at the gym or the public restrooms without getting a second look from anybody. You know, I also get that familiar guy nod, you know, that they give, and I probably didn't do it right, but I get that. I get that, hey, what's up, bud, or what's up, man, and hey, dude, you know, and that's kind of nice, you know. So I'm passing, but I don't have what is called white privilege. Okay, I've experienced being watched in stores many times as if I was going to steal something. I've been followed numerous times by the cops in my car for no reason other than, why is this dark-skinned man driving a Lexus? Women, especially white women, step away from me when I pass by. An experience at the DMV I had, I was sitting there waiting to be called on, and I had a few empty seats around me, and people came in, men and women, and decided to stand against the wall and sit on the floor as opposed to sitting next to me. Now, mind you, I live in New Hampshire, and in the part of New Hampshire I live in, there's not a huge, it's not very diverse in terms of race. Okay, there's just a lot of white people that live out here. So I can't say that I have an abundance of passing privileges. While I do live stealth at the gym for obvious reasons, I don't live stealth in most other areas of my life. I choose to not live stealth because I feel it's important to educate people about the transgender community. And I do this by making videos like Paperboy and videos like Ambiguity, and I make my own videos on YouTube, documented my journey since day one, and I will continue to put out videos in order to educate the community, the people, the world about how it is and what it is to be transgender. I also hand out cards that I made saying that, hey, you just met a transgender person and basically everything was okay. You had a good experience. So, you know, if I'm not living stealth, how could I be on the cover of a transgender magazine, you know, shirtless? But doing these kinds of things, I think helps. It just shows that we're like everybody else. We're people. That was a trans dad magazine talking about how I'm a father. There are many people who aim to live stealth, and they do. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's important for people to get to know all the different faces of being transgender, especially in light of the bathroom issues that are going on in this country. I pass, so I have peed next to men, and there have been no problems, thank goodness, on my end. And I know that many trans women, many, have peed next to your daughters, your wives, your sisters, your mothers, and they haven't been molested. Everything has been fine. You know, in my opinion, people that pass should take a stand for those who don't pass. The more visible we are, the better things will be for everyone. I'm a member of 41%, and I do what I can to help out. And I will continue to do what I can to help out. And 41% of transgender people every year attempt suicide. So 41% matches mentors with mentees, people that need, somebody to talk to who feel possibly suicidal. I go to conventions and I show my chest to people that are sitting in the audience and wonder what it's like to have top surgery, and I talk about it. I mean, I will take off my shirt. And it's not perfect, but I tell them what can happen, and I tell them that I did develop a hematoma, and and I do have dog ears on the side, but it's called education, If somebody wants me to do an interview, I'll do an interview. I wear this transgender necklace all the time, no matter what, So I think that's all I have to say about, I know I went on a rampage and a roll, but yeah, being seen as cis is a good thing, and I think that's what we aim for. Some people might not, but I think that people that pass should help the people that don't pass, make it in society and make it okay for other people to accept these people. Okay? Well, that's all I have to say for this week. I know it was a mouthful. I'll talk to you next week, and I hope all is well.